Hey all, I have a product here today. It is the Smiry Bamboo Shoe Rack. I happen to have a whole bunch of my shoes here next to me on the floor, so I'm gonna take the rack out of the box. I think I'll have to build it to make it look more like that, and then we'll see how many of my shoes can fit on it. When you end up with like more than 3 or 4 pairs of shoes, you think, you know what, I want to have all my shoes on an organized rack instead of like randomly strewn about my floor. All right, so here it is right out of the box. Comes in some foam that we're just gonna take off. It looks like it's gonna be easy to build, but it also has some instructions here. That is pretty good looking, actually. It's a nice bamboo wood there. So there's a whole bunch of different pieces that come pre-built and some that are just loose in there. All right. And we're gonna put the rest of this stuff down while we grab the instructions. Come here, you. I know I don't usually start with the instructions, but I think, you know what? Maybe we'll see if we can. So that looks like it just opens up like that, right? So what's the harm in trying to... All right, we'll read the instructions. I'll read this in a little bit, and I'll be right back. All right, I took nary a glance at the sheet of paper, and I already instantly knew exactly how this works. So basically, there's a bunch of screws and this hex key for some reason instead of a normal screwdriver, and I'm just screwing these longer wooden pieces into these unfolded rack pieces using the holes that are already there and just tightening it. And it takes a little bit of elbow grease, and it looks like I'm gonna have a few more to go, and it'll take some time, but I'm gonna go through this, and at the end, we're gonna have, you know, a fully built shoe rack. There is a step in there that I do want to point out though, so when I get there, I will let you know. All right, so I've screwed all the wood together, or at least these two. I can use this just as it is, but there's actually another shelf with shorter legs over here that I'm gonna screw together, and then I'm gonna use these pegs to connect the short-legged ones to the long-legged ones, and then I'll have a triple decker. So it comes with just these longer legs. Instead of like really long legs, it's long legs and short legs, and then I have to screw them all together. So that's just like an extra step, but it's still just screwing stuff, and I'm good at that. And then, no, I'm just kidding. Just screws together like this. A little bit tedious, but not that bad. Be careful not to crack the wood. Like, you can tighten it a good bit, but you don't want it to split either. So just be careful with that. And I just get to put another one on, like these little joint pieces that just fit together. I'm gonna stick that through, and then continue to screw. All right, so we're up to that step where we smash our peggies into that little wooden hole, just like so. We stick them all the way in here, and then we can jam both stacks together. I don't know if you can hear it. My cat is meowing. All right. Here's that step. Wouldn't want to miss it for the world. Let's see how satisfying this is. So look, these are like bending because they have hinges. That's how they come in the box. All right, this just goes like so. Make sure we're all lined up. Wouldn't want to miss it. All right, there we go. Not amazingly lined up, especially because like the way some of the screws come in the sides here, they make the legs slightly wonky, but that's fine. It looks good. There's actually one last step, and that is putting our little feetsies on. If we're going to be putting on a bare floor, which I'm not, I'm just going to be putting this on carpeted floor, there's actually some little rubberized feet here. Looks like little stickers, and I assume that they'll just stick on the bottom here like so. And then like that. There seems to be one extra as well. There was one extra screw, one extra peg, one extra foot. You can make like a little pirate with that or something. All right, that's that. Now, we can throw the rest of this crap out. No, I'm kidding. We can see what it's like with all our shoes on it. I tried to lift it from the top, and yeah, it comes apart, like obviously, right? It's not like super jammed in there. So if you're gonna lift it, be careful when you're lifting it, otherwise it's just gonna pop up like that. All right, enough with the innuendos. Time for shoes. I'll just put him here, and then I'll just load all of my shoes onto this thing. I don't have that many shoes, to be honest. We got top deck for fancy shoes. We got, I don't know. Should we do top deck for sneakers, since that's what we get the most? So we'll put the fancy shoes down here, because there's not that much space. And my skate shoes are generally pretty tall, right? So they wouldn't be able to fit in here. And then, like, I guess I have a pair of sneakers that I could put down here. And for the bottom, like if I want to put something all the way in the bottom, that could be like boots or things that go over my shoes. And I can fill this rack out more. I have some more pairs of shoes, but my girlfriend has more, believe me. All right, let me know what y'all think. I like the bamboo. It's kind of nice looking, very wooden feel. It's tiny bit wobbly, just because maybe the different floors are kind of pegged together, but it's not that bad. I'm not going to be shaking this too much, and it supports. It's not falling over anywhere. I like how it was packed, and it looks pretty good to me. I'll see y'all next time. Check out some other shoe stackables if there are any links in the description, and peace.